If you've had an SLK for some time, you've probably come across the problem with the fan, which seems to just get filled up with water and leaves and all kinds of crap. So I'm going to take it all out and clear it up because mine unfortunately has stopped working. So first off, we're going to take off the cover panel, which has got 3 screws, 3 Torx screws to get that out. Okay, now I've taken the first 3 screws out, and as you can see the panel's just hanging there. Now you're going to need to pull back the carpets and take out, there's like a big foam panel behind. Now if you take those out, that will make it much easier to get the panel off. Now there's just a clip here just by the cigarette lighter socket, and you'll just need to carefully pull the panel and twist it slightly to get that out. As you can see, there's the clip I was talking about. Now there's the wiring for the cigarette lighter and the wiring for the light, the glove box light. Well, the bottom of the glove box light actually. Now just take those clips off, take the wiring out. It's quite easy if I can do that one. Now the other one I'll have to use 2 hands. It's a bit more tricky, but that clip will come off, and just put it away somewhere safely. Okay, I've detached the power for the footwell light, and then as you can see there's the connection for the cigarette lighter. Lucky for me, now the second time I've done this. It took me ages to work out how to do it to start with, but to take the power off for the cigarette lighter, there's a clip but you just have to unclip, and then there's a 2-pin, it goes into like a 2-pin adapter which just clips out, no problem at all. And now obviously put your panel away, and you've got just giving yourself a little bit more space to work with. Right, this is where it really gets fiddly. Now I've pushed back part of the carpet, and you'll see why, because there's 3 screws. If you see where my finger is, there's one right behind there, and at least if you did drop it, it's not going to go somewhere that you might not be able to get hold of it again. At least gives you a half a chance anyway. So I'm going to undo the 3 screws in here, and then if you look at the top, I don't know if you can see or not, but there's 2 yellow clips which slide along, which hold the assembly in place. There's one up there, and over here there's one there. Okay, this plastic box here is the air filter. So first of all I'm going to push that yellow clip over and just loosen that. There it comes, and you can just see the air filters in there. Okay. Now the other one clips a little bit more fiddly. It's quite difficult doing this one-handed actually. I'll just screw it. Whoop. Now there we are. That's now dropped the whole fan assembly off. Now it's hanging a little bit, so I'm just gonna, I don't want to leave that like that for too long, but you're going to take off the 2 power clips for the power, that one there and this one there. Now you just need to get a little screwdriver or something there, just to see that little bit there, just to push that out. You can just see, and then you'll be able to slide that block off. Might even be able to do it with my finger now. No, I'll do it. Anyway, I'll come back to this. This is kind of a 2-handed job, so I'll come back once I've done it. Right, this is the regulator, and I've unscrewed it, and as you can see in there, that's rusty coloured stuff from all the assembly, you know, from the metal parts. Has obviously been sitting in water, and that's why the design of this particular air intake is rubbish and why things fail. But you can see it's corroded quite badly too. Now I'm going to try and get the fan off because that's just catching for some reason. Finally got the motor out. As you can see, I worked out how to do it. It sits on 3 grommets. I put a bit of oil on there and just managed to push them down and drag it away. and as you can see there, that is what happens when it sits in lots of water. Pretty rusty. I'm surprised it hasn't actually fused the damn thing, but it still works. For some reason though, you can see the bottom of the fan there, it's been actually scraping along the bottom of the assembly. I don't know why that is. Could be because the motor's somehow rusted and moved, I don't know, but I'm going to play around with it. Sorry Mercedes if you're listening. I'm going to do a bodge, but all is good. I'm not going to be paying hundreds of pounds this time round. I reckon I'll be getting a new motor at some point though, by the looks of that one though. Okay, finally we're all back together again. Now I've taken the motor out, and all that's holding it on is there's 3 rubber grommets. As you can see, that's the underside, and there's no bolts or anything, just push them in. Very fiddly, but nothing you couldn't do. I've polished up all the rough edges where the back of the plastic was rubbing against the other bit, and like I say, it's all back together again. I've connected the power now, so I'm going to do a little bit of a test before I put it all back together and find it's not working. I hope it is though. So I've just got the ignition in, and here we go. Yes, that's not it, it's somebody's moped. Okay, apologies for the bare legs by the way, I know it's a bit nasty. Here it goes. Well, that all appears to be working, thank God. Right, what I'll do now is reassemble everything together again, and I will get back to you once I've done that. We've got all the assembly together, screwed in. Put the motor in first, and the filter goes over the top. Now the screws here, don't screw those up all the way yet until you've put the filter on, and don't forget to slide over the plastic clips, yellow plastic clips, to hold it all in place. And once that's all done, now just tighten up gently and very softly the gold screws. And I've found that if you screw them in too hard, it starts to push the fan against the bowl and the assembly there, and it starts to rub again. But it all works good. Very fiddly, but it's only nuts and bolts. It's nothing, like I said before, it's nothing you couldn't do yourself. And I'm just about to get the rest together, and job done. Thank you for watching.